Hello everyone, Jeff Garage Maker Guy here. Just wanted to take some time and respond to a couple of requests from some viewers to give some details about my track layout, including like which pieces of track and what order they go in and stuff like that. So in this episode, we're gonna use the Autobahn Planner track planning software, and I will also provide a list of all of the parts that I used, and then I've got another list that shows the order in which they go in for people that either don't have or don't like to use track planning software, because there is a pretty steep learning curve and it's not a lot of fun. So on that note, let's get started. So here's a picture of the track complete. This is what I have on the table right now, and it's a pretty good track. Used a lot of different high bank turns and regular turns, and I did decreasing radiuses and tried to make it challenging on the infield with enough straightaway and high bank turns to get some speed and have just a really fun race. Also put in a lot of lane changes, and I'm going to add a couple of more and a check lane also, but that'll come up later. So this is the Autobahn Planner track planning software. One of the best that I've used, and I really do like it. It's a little it takes a little bit to learn how to use it, but not too bad. And if you're making a track for anything bigger than a 4x8 sheet of plywood, you really take advantage of track planning software. It really lets you look at how things are going to go down before you start spreading track all over the place. That's also fun. So anyway, you can see here I usually start at the control unit, then I work my way through the track, and once we get done with laying out our design and stuff, then there's a parts administration part of this planning tool that allows you to see all the parts that you need. Unfortunately, it lists every part, even the stuff you're not going to use, just with quantities of 0. So what I do is I export that to Excel, and then I sort out the ones that aren't relevant. So I end up with just a list of things that I need for the track. Okay, so here we're going to add the power taps. I think I set it for every 3 meters or something like that. This is just to give you an idea of, about where you want to place your power taps. Of course, it's going to depend on where they can fit and where you're wiring, where you want to run your wiring. But that's about how many you should have. Once we get that in place, then we're going to go to the parts administration, and this is the list that we're going to export to Excel and then edit it and make our final parts list. So these are all the pieces with the quantities. Something to note about the quantities, because if you order that part number, you're going to get multiple pieces like the high bank turns. That's for like the whole set. So the quantity is in each individual piece. So don't order like 12 high bank turns, because that'll be probably like $1,200 or something like that. They're pretty expensive. So here is the order. So order number 1, that's where we start with the control unit, and then we start to move left, and it just says, the next one is the 4 straights, and then after that is the bank curves, and so on, and then it wraps around. There's 50 steps, and there's all the track pieces. Hopefully this helps out. This was quite a bit of work to put all this together. One of the reasons why I don't really like video editing, but I appreciate it when it's done correctly, but it's a lot of work. So again, that's the final result, and going to be adding another double crossover right before the start line, probably a couple straights before the start line, just so there's another way but to change lanes, and then a check lane about halfway around the track. So I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think. If it wasn't too bad, or if you want to see more like this, take care, have fun, see ya.